Hello everyone. So welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So today we are going to see how a person with career gap can get a job into the IT field, right? So the very first and the foremost reason is that whichever career gaps that you have, maybe because of health reason or because you were pregnant or you got married and you relocated to some different location because of spouse and because of health reason, right? So whichever reason is that you have to be very honest in the interviews. You have to tell them that it was the career gap due to XYZ reason, and that's why you are not able to to do the job, right? So the very first and the foremost thing is be honest about the career gap. Don't go for the fake experience, right? Let's say if you haven't worked for 2 to 3 years, so don't put that fake experience in your resume and try to apply, right? The second thing is keep applying for the interviews, keep applying for the jobs, right? So once you will keep on applying for the jobs, it might happen for some people, out of 50 to 60 jobs, if they apply, they might get the interview calls for 5 to 6 companies. And then from those interview calls, you might be able to convert it into the offer letter. So keep applying for the jobs. Don't wait. So apart from preparation, keep 1 or 2 hours daily with you. Various portals are there. In our channel also we are uploading the jobs, right? So keep on applying, even if they have not mentioned that career gap people can apply, but you keep on applying. Who knows, tomorrow if someone, you get a call from recruiter, yes, we were not able to consider, but your CV is good, your skill set is good, you can apply for this testing job, right? So that can happen. Now, the third thing is identify skills which you need to learn, right? The new tools and technologies that have come up in the market. For example, if you take a software testing field, so last 5 to 7 years or 10 years, there has been a drastic change, right? Earlier, when selenium was introduced, maybe people are having 10 to 15 years of career gap also, those have also approached us. So at that time they were used to do some kind of recording in selenium, right? Now we are doing scripting, and then only the automation is working, right? Then there are other instances that people earlier used to write test cases, test scenarios in an Excel file. Today everyone is using Jira. So what is Jira, right? So these are nothing but new tools and technologies that have come up in the market. So what you have to do, you have to identify these tools, these tools/skills, right? And you have to learn them, right? Daily, you can keep 1 hour for this particular tool, 1 hour for this particular tool, and so that gradually you will be able to see over a period of time you will be having good knowledge. There would be one point of time when you would be confident about the knowledge and you would be able to speak in an interview, right? That's when we call that you are actually prepared, right? The next thing is you have to build your network, not only professionally but also personally. Why professionally and personally? Professionally, because you will be applying for the jobs in the various companies, so you would need referrals, right? It would be good if someone can refer you, or it would be good if someone has some opening in their company and they can refer you, right? So, and personally as well, because sometimes it might happen that the interview might not go as per the expectations. So don't get demotivated, don't get depressed. Now these personal support will be able to help you at that time. They can be someone from your family, friends, with whom you are actually sharing all these things, right? So take that support, build your network in that way. Friends are also fine, yeah. Then the next thing is about certifications. Now there are two purposes for adding certifications in your CV. One is it's a kind of an add-on in the CV. For example, if you're looking for a testing job, so you can add some kind of ISTQB or CAST kind of certification, right? After a career gap, if you have done, so you would be able to not only revisit the concepts of testing, but it would also help you to gain the knowledge. Another thing is you would be able to get hands-on experience on the latest projects and assignments, right? So that's why certifications are necessary. Certifications are again depending on various course to course, and as I was telling you about latest projects and assignments, that is nothing but there are some certifications in which you have to actually practically do some automation or testing, and then you would be getting some certificates. So those kind of certifications are also available, so you can try for them. Then focus on jobs with demand more and less supply, right? So a lot of demand is there in some particular job, but there are no people to work for that job, right? So you can try for those kind of jobs, because obviously if a person is not only, if for that particular job no person is there, then what about the career gap, right? It does not hold that much importance, because for the first, the priority for the company or the recruitment team would be to hire a candidate first, rather than then seeing, okay, he has career gap, he has XYZ thing. That is the second and the foremost thing, because the demand is more, the supply is less. So focus on those jobs. Rebuild, rethink your career. That is the next point, right? For example, if some of you were working for non-IT job, right, earlier, now you are passionate about testing, right? So there is a shift that is coming in your career, right? This is going to be a big shift. You would be moving from non-IT field to IT field, right? Or for example, someone earlier was just working in the accounting. Now he wants to go into the digital marketing field. For example, he wants to contribute to the social media, YouTube, Instagram, and all these platforms for their influencers, right? So rebuild and rethink your career. Last but not the least, don't worry about the name of the company, right? Don't think I need a job in some XYZ good MNC kind of company. Yes, that should be your aim. But if you're getting a call from startups, or if you're getting a call from companies which are mid-sized, which are small-sized, so don't worry about that. Take experience. You will get some exposure to the latest things that are running into the market, and that's how your career would get built, right? Don't think that after a career gap you will get a job into, Amazon or Google. Start from a short, and daily progress would help in your career to get into that way where actually you should be, right? So don't worry about the companies, because generally, what happens is, the the small companies, the startups, they don't worry about career gaps. So apply in those companies, right? And whenever you are looking for a job as a career gap, so don't worry about in the job whether it is mentioned a career gap people can apply or not. Just apply for the job, or apply for the job. Who knows that tomorrow you are going to get call from recruiter or not? It might happen that they might get a good amount of skill set or kind of keywords, or based on the job description in your CV, right? So apply for that job, right? Last but not the least, be positive, be confident, don't worry about all these things. And career gap is a very genuine human thing, right? It is happening, and it is not in our hands, right? It happens because of some personal reason, because of some health reason, so that is okay. And don't feel guilty about all those things, right? And don't get demotivated, don't get disappointed at all that, I have this career gap, I'm not getting calls. Keep on applying for the jobs and keep on upgrading your skill set, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more updates.